partition wall, and we're wanting to be able to see through into the living room back and forth. Went through with the level and marked this out. This will be our shape of our cutout. You can see the purple marker on there. Hole is now cut. Surprised there wasn't any type of ducting here inside these, because that's where that air intake is. But they just have it framed, and it's pretty dusty in here inside this air intake. So I went through with the level to mark our level cuts to where to set these, because our next boards are gonna go right on the top of these to make like the little shelf type board. I went ahead and cut this one through. Got those taken out. 2 down, 2 to go. And with this dude up here, since this is just free venting, I'll probably go through up above inside there, add a whole bunch of holes down here, and still let the air bypass around. Now I'm out here in the shop using the hammer, because some are nails, some are screws. Just use drywall screws, because I'm going to reuse these boards. They're already the perfect size for the left and right sides inside the drywall. Here's the little nails. I'm not sure whether they use both. Maybe the nails were just to help hold it up there, and then they went through with screws. But I got this one all stripped. And now on one side, and I'll show you when I get back inside. So these measure 1.5 inch. I need this to be 1 1/4 inch thick. So I'm going to use my planer to plane it down to fit right there in that side. And then this one I'll be able to match up pretty good. I need to pull out these nails here, and there's a nail there. All right, I got it planed down. You can see about 1/4 inch less than this one right here. This one's 1/4 inch less. Here's the board I planed into 1 1/4 inch. It matches up this. The other one will be a big of a deal because I have more space over here to work with. So now both those sideboards are in. We went through carefully and leveled. Just trying to make a level across here. And what I did is went ahead and ran my blade through here on the corner, in the middle, edge on both of those, because on this inside, I'll be able to run my oscillating saw right through this and get a pretty decent cut. But now that I have these marked through on the other side, I can go through with my level and make lines on that side to get my, hopefully straight across cut. Here's the hole. Got these supports in here with screws, the drywall into this to help support the board on these ends, because these will support the middle, top, but there was nothing down here on the end for that. I didn't want any flexing or just on the drywall. All right, so we have this bottom board in place that we stained, and the overlap on this side is the thickness of our trim board that's gonna run under it. On this side, it sticks out more, like that. I'll go through with my 1/2 inch drill bit to be able to put my screws in. And then I have these plugs to cover it up, and then I go through, sand them down flat, and you shouldn't even be able to tell that the screws are in there. My countersink holes, screw heads to fit down in there. I'm able to put the plugs down in there, sand them down, and stain over it. Top board now on, screws. I marked where the studs were, so I knew how to countersink my holes. Plugs are in. Tap them in with a mallet, they're pretty tight. And I can go through, sand them flush with the rest of that, add more paint over it, cover up them holes. Plugs on the sides and the top. So we'll finish this base one. Got more of the trim up now. This side is fully done, besides going through and painting over the plugs. all done. Didn't end up liking how these corners turned out, but that's how I had to end up doing them. That's how it worked out. This trim is flush with this. All the 100 billion plugs are in. Gonna go through and paint and then re-add stain, and I'm gonna put quite a few layers of polyacrylic on the top of this to help really protect it.